Hello, church. Welcome to the end of another week. You'll see today I'm coming to you from the sanctuary. I just finished recording for Sunday's worship service, and I decided to go ahead and come to you from here. And so I come behind the altar ready and set for this week's sermon in the midst of our series on No Fair. We're going to be exploring the topic of forgiveness and how sometimes when we don't have that practice of forgiveness, we can become weighted down. And so I hope you'll join us as we take that exploration in worship on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Also, this Sunday is our next outdoor in-person communion service. And so Friday is the last day that you have to fill out a health acknowledgement form. If you know someone who wants to come that can't fill out that form online, you can have them call me. But that form is available in the e-news as well as right on our website. So you go to crooksmemorialumc.org and you click right up in the upper top corner, it says health acknowledgement form. We have to have that filled out even if you filled out one before for some other gathering. We have to have a new one for each event, and that's just part of the requirements that we have. So join us if you feel comfortable to do so on Sunday at 2 o'clock, but please fill out that health acknowledgement form. A couple things I wanted to just let you know. It was a blessing to get to meet with the nominations. I'll say it full name is Lay Leadership Development and Nominations Team. We met in the parking lot today with masks on and seated 6 feet apart, but it was a joy to be able to have an in-person meeting in that way and to enjoy the weather that's been outside today. And I am thankful for that team's work as we're exploring leadership positions of leadership that we need to have filled for next year. And so I just want to invite you to keep that work in prayer as we continue it. All of this is in preparation for Charge Conference, which isn't going to be until December. So we'll have time before we start sharing more about that. The other thing I want to let you know is we're in planning for Advent, if you can believe it or not. And so Philip and I have been having conversations about worship and some of the special offerings we'll be able to have. And I look forward to starting to share some of that with you all and perhaps getting some of you involved in that. And then also, Ricky Noble and I talked today about the Advent study we're going to have. I know it's mid-October, but these are good things just to mention that this is how the church is still alive and at work and being in ministry. And so we'll have an Advent study that starts the week of Thanksgiving. And I've been in communication with some of our local clergy. If you recall, we usually have an ecumenical Thanksgiving service, and we're still going to have that this year. We're going to do it pre-recorded and find some unique ways to make that available to all of our congregations. But it's just a joy to know that we can continue some of those familiar things that have proven to be a blessing in our journey of discipleship and to be able to still do that just in different ways. So I guess I just share all that to just remind us how we are still striving to faithfully be the church, even though we can't be in the church building. And I know we continue to long for that time. The Healthy Church team is certainly still keeping watch on all the guidelines that we're receiving. We actually got some new guidelines today from the conference. And we're watching what's happening in our area and in the state with case numbers. And we know that some of our children are starting to go back to the classroom. And so we just continue to be in prayer about those decisions that we need to make to do our best to keep everyone safe and healthy. And so, friends, I'm thankful again. We can join for in-person outdoor communion. We've been able to start online communion to be able to have that experience. We're able to host studies and even have in-person meetings on occasion. That was easy to do today because it's a smaller team. And I know that as we continue to move forward in this time, we're finding creative ways to continue to stay connected and to continue to grow together as the body of Christ. So if you have thoughts, if you have ideas, if you have suggestions, I hope you'll share some of those with me. But in the meantime, be well and be safe. And if I don't see you in person at 2 o'clock on Sunday, I hope to see you online at 10 o'clock on Sunday. Be blessed and be well.